That's what this track is all about. You still on the track, you may go up more. And if you're in the day, that was not a good time to leave. Because I will be coming back in a few minutes showing more things for you guys. Anybody who says they want a hat of any pack, I'm throwing everything I got. All right.
Well, this will be an intra-squad matchup here as Florida Elite Athletics has already shown their prowess on the boys' side of things. Now it's the girls' turn as they will go in lanes 6 and 7. And well, if you've been around track and field, you know that the A and B monikers don't always fully represent. Sometimes coaches want to work on different things, maybe get that fast time and really load up that A team, or sometimes mix it up and go for a little bit better of a race. So that will remain to be seen here. But what we do know for sure is that Florida Elite Athletics, well, probably the safe bet in this one. As I said, looked really good on the boys' side of things. And now it's time for the girls. This is scheduled to be the A team in 6 and the B team in 7. With Thomas, Belcher, Perez, and Hagans in 6. Garnes, Sellers, Skinner, and Dortelus out there in 7. So Florida Elite Athletics running for bragging rights here. A squad in 6, the B squad there in 7, and away we go, off and running in our girls 4x4 here, this New Balance Showcase. Before we kick things off on the distance side of things, and the 4x4 always so much fun. And even with just a couple of teams here, there's still, like I said, plenty of bragging rights on the table. And in the early goings, the Florida Elite Athletics B squad there in the outside with perhaps a slight lead. Here comes the A team now. And take into account that stagger, they will, of course, hand off in lanes and go 100 meters more before cutting in. But the A team there in 6 will hand off first, just a couple of steps behind. Now getting the stick there is that B squad. This is Florida Elite Athletics. They will take the break. The A team will cut in cleanly with perhaps a 25-30 meter lead on their compatriots behind. So they're racing the clock out in front. Again, anything can happen. But as we're at 121 here, 600 in, the A squad starting to open up a big lead here. And even for the B team athletes, an opportunity to show coach, hey, maybe I should be on that A team. Getting splits, of course, for every single leg. Florida Elite Athletics, our 2 squads here, the A team and the B team doing battle. Watch the clock, 1:51, let's call it. And that lead has grown now to about 5 or 6 seconds. Florida Elite. Well, Florida has been well represented, of course, at this meet. We've seen some Georgia athletes show up. Florida has done a great job here on their home turf. Teams all across the region and a little bit beyond. Tom made the great point. Some athletes still with state championships perhaps this weekend, but a lot of states in this region already with their state championships that came a week or two ago. So this is a great opportunity to kick things off into this summer season and to really see where you're at as an individual and as a team. And Florida Elite, the A team, will hand off right at 2:48 high, let's call it. So about 6 seconds still, but Florida Elite A team in the lead, and there's always value whether you're way behind, way ahead, in a tight battle, whatever the case may be. We've seen this on the international scene as well. Team USA has been so dominant, especially in the women's 4x4 for such a long time. And you wonder sometimes, man, what's motivating the athletes out in front? The anchor leg, someone like Sydney McLaughlin or, Allison Felix back in the day, Sonia Richards, some of the fastest all time, some of the fastest in the world. And when they get this stick with a huge lead, it's always so impressive to see. Still putting the pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing here. They're going to bring it home. Will Florida Elite Athletics A team be a couple of ticks over 340? And a fine performance from them. 3:42.51. That still will be a top 20 time in the nation. And they did it all by themselves. But Florida Elite Athletics showing off their depth here with two squads dipping under. Another second squad dipping under 4 minutes as well. So you can see Florida Elite Athletics gets the job done. With Belcher on the anchor carry there. And taking it all the way through the line, Journey Belcher of Florida Elite Athletics. Bringing that 4x1 as well. And that's a quick turnaround, certainly. The 4x1 might not be considered quite as taxing as the 4x4, but regardless, coming right back to run this 4x4 in a very solid time. Kick things off here. They will have their eyes set on even bigger races to come, but that will close out now our 4x4s, and we'll move into the distance side of things. Something you don't always see, a steeplechase on deck here for the boys and the girls. The full 3,000 meter distance as